AskReddit by Couch Potter 2. What's the most painful thing you've been told? Had my mom blast me in my face that she no longer considers me her son, multiple times, many times during my childhood. So I finally cut contact and gave her what she wanted. Good that you got out there. You deserve better. Living with my uncle when I was 10, just turned 11, he brought me into the kitchen and told me to sit down. I thought I was in trouble as I wasn't a well-behaved kid, but he told me my dad had been killed in a workplace accident. I found out years later my dad had killed himself, and my beautiful uncle, Rip I love you, was trying to save my feelings. I am so sorry. I am glad that you and your uncle had each other. When my daughter told me that my husband, her stepfather, had been essing her for the past 3 years. I can't even imagine the anger. Whenever I fucked up as a kid, my mom would always say, "I didn't expect any better from you. It hurt like a knife through the chest every time." My mother often said I should never have had you. My mother, when she was upset with me, I should have aborted you when I had the chance. I was 15. She probably has forgotten saying that by now, but I haven't. The axe forgets but the tree always remembers. You're the reason my sister, my mother, is dead. Shouted into my 8-year-old face 10 days after my mother passed and 3 days after my father. Any adult who pulls shit like that to a child, I wish those adults' mothers would have aborted them. If I could put your personality into a more attractive body, you'd be the perfect woman. What a pose. That my beloved mom had cancer, and that she didn't have long to live. Me too. I sobbed later in my room because I didn't want her to worry about me. Miss you, Mom. The doctors told us my 13-year-old daughter had no brain activity and there was no getting her back. I found her 10 minutes after she hanged herself. I am so sorry. My husband, who had stage IV cancer, said I should die instead of him. He died and I lived, and that's all I am going to say about that. What a bitch. No one should ever say that to anyone. Usually we only work kids like this for 10 minutes. It's been 30 minutes without an improvement. We are going to discontinue CPR. The doctor leading the resuscitation efforts on my daughter born at 27 weeks via emergency C-section while my wife was out from the general anesthetic. She took her last breaths in my arms at 34 minutes old. I'm not the same person anymore. This would have broken me too. I'm so sorry. That me being raped was my own fault. I was told this by my mother. I was 15 and the guy was my sister's 25-year-old boyfriend. I just wanted someone to play Pokemon with. Please be assured that this absolutely wasn't your fault. It's disgusting to say such a thing, let alone your daughter. I hope you can heal from all this awful stuff. My mom said, "I love your sister more than I love you." My mom says the same thing, just with financial support while I get excuses. You're not man enough. You wouldn't be able to provide for me or protect me. But thank God she said that. Completely changed my life for the better. That my little brother was dead. Same for me. My husband told me the news. He said my reaction was the worst thing he's ever seen. It was so painful I was just screaming on the floor. I'll never forget that day. It was literally the worst day of my life. I wish your attempt would have worked. My brother and I had a difficult relationship. I don't know you, but I'm glad it didn't work. By my now ex-husband, when I was fatigued a year post-cancer chemo etc, still on cancer meds, still playing the cancer card I see. Glad he is an ex. What a pose. Doctors told me my 13-month-old daughter who was having uncontrollable seizures that would eventually kill her, needed to take additional medicine that had a significant chance of killing her. Mom of an untractable epileptic here. I'm so sorry. Seizures are the absolute fucking worst. Sending you love and hugs. Giving birth to you was a mistake, my father told. That's why you didn't do it, Mom did. Cole's dead. I lost my brother best friend, and then proceed to go through hell for the next 2 years. I'm still amazed I didn't lose more of my mind. After reading these, mine doesn't seem so bad. Sending love into the universe for all you people. Your pain is real to you and you are allowed to feel it. I don't want to marry you. After like 8 years together. I want to get married, just not to you. Menstrual pain is completely normal. You're overreacting and exaggerating. This won't work if you're drug seeking, said by my OBGYN, on my 3rd visit to find some resolve with my debilitating pain, over the top bloating, vomiting, etc. that lasted 2 full weeks each month from my period. Ugh, I have something similar happen when I'm on mine. A hormone injection stopped my periods entirely and I'm doing better, but I still have the cramps sometimes. Though other doctors suspect endometriosis, I'm chronically ill and need a lot of specialists. My gynecologist was not interested in helping out or looking for answers. She just told me that the severe pain that crippled me was normal and not a big deal. I was also bleeding so heavily that I ended up with a major iron deficiency, and mine would also last a couple of weeks. I am so sorry you've had to deal with this crap too. It's yet another case of doctors not taking a fab people's pain seriously. That if I brought up in court one more time that my girls were being sexually abused, I'd lose my rights right then and there and be held in contempt of court. That killed me. I didn't get to see my kids for 3 months after that. Sucks that our system protects pedophiles. At 6:24 p.m. on the 14th of January, 2019, the coroner knocked on my door. He asked if I was name and the father of name. I replied yes. He said, unfortunately, she was in a car accident and died as a result. She was only 18. Edit to add that she was a really hard worker, doing 2 jobs and had just started college, and was just a cool person that I was proud to have raised. She still lived at home and to this day I cannot bring myself to clean out her bedroom. Thank you for your condolences, Reddit friends. I'm so very sorry.